Let me ask you something uncomfortable. The United States has more gyms per capita than any other country on Earth. There are currently over 111,000 fitness facilities operating across America. Gym memberships hit an all-time high in 2023, with over 64 million Americans paying for one. The health and fitness industry in this country generates over $35 billion every single year. Peloton, Apple Fitness, CrossFit, Orange Theory, Planet Fitness on every corner. Americans are buying more workout gear, more protein powder, more fitness apps, more smartwatches that count every single step they take. And yet, and this is the part that should genuinely disturb you, Americans are also fatter than they have ever been in recorded history. Not slightly fatter, dramatically, historically, dangerously fatter. In 1960, the obesity rate in America was 13%. Today, it is 42.4%. Nearly half of all American adults are now clinically obese. Not overweight, obese, and another 31% are classified as overweight, meaning that nearly 3 out of every 4 American adults are carrying more body fat than is medically safe. So how is this possible? How does the most gym-obsessed, fitness-marketed, calorie-counting, step-tracking nation on the planet keep getting fatter every single decade without pause? The answer is not laziness. The answer is not lack of willpower. And the answer is definitely not that people need to exercise more. The data tells a completely different story, and today I am going to show it to you. The first thing you need to understand is what exercise actually contributes to your total daily calorie burn, because most people have this completely wrong. Your total daily energy expenditure, the total number of calories your body burns in a day, is made up of 4 components. Your basal metabolic rate, which is the calories your body burns just to stay alive, breathing, heart beating, organs functioning. This accounts for roughly 60 to 70% of all calories you burn daily. Then, there is the thermic effect of food, which is the energy your body uses to digest and process what you eat, about 10%. Then, there is non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which is all the movement you do that is not formal exercise. Walking to your car, fidgeting, doing dishes, taking the stairs. This accounts for another 15 to 20%. And finally, at the very bottom of the list, there is formal exercise. Your gym session, your run, your spin class. For the average person, this contributes only 5 to 10% of total daily calorie burn. Read that again. The thing Americans are spending billions of dollars on, the thing they feel guilty about skipping, the thing marketed as the solution to obesity, accounts for 5 to 10% of the calories you burn. A 45-minute run burns roughly 400 calories. A single Starbucks venti caramel frappuccino contains 510 calories. You cannot outrun your diet. The science has known this for decades, and the fitness industry has spent billions making sure you never find out. The second piece of the puzzle is something researchers call the compensation effect, and it is absolutely devastating to the exercise equals weight loss equation. When you exercise, your body does something nobody tells you about. It compensates. You burn 300 calories at the gym, and your body triggers hunger signals that drive you to eat an extra 200 to 300 calories afterward. It also makes you more sedentary for the rest of the day. You sit more, move less, fidget less, unconsciously conserving the energy you just burned. A landmark study published in Current Biology tracked 5 populations across 5 countries and found that total daily energy expenditure barely differed between highly active people and sedentary people because the body actively adjusts its background calorie burn to compensate for exercise. Your body is not a calculator, it is a survival machine, and it fights back against calorie deficits with a ferocity that no gym membership can overcome. The third and most important reason Americans keep getting fatter, despite exercising more, is the one that the food industry has spent hundreds of millions of dollars lobbying, marketing, and funding fake research to obscure. Ultra-processed food, not calories in general, not fat, not sugar in fruit. ultra-processed food specifically. The NOVA food classification system developed by researchers at the University of Sao Paulo defines ultra-processed food as industrial formulations made entirely or mostly from substances extracted from foods, fats, starches, added sugars, hydrogenated fats, plus additives like flavors, colors, sweeteners, emulsifiers, and other substances designed to make the product hyperpalatable, meaning artificially irresistible to the human brain. In 1960, ultra-processed food made up roughly 20% of the average American diet. Today, it makes up over 60%. Some studies put it as high as 73% for American children. These are not foods your great-grandmother would recognize. These are engineered products specifically designed in laboratories to override your body's natural satiety signals, the signals that tell you when you are full. A study published in Cell Metabolism by the NIH gave participants unlimited access to either ultra-processed food or whole food for 2 weeks. The ultra-processed group ate on average 500 more calories per day without even noticing. They were not hungrier. They did not feel like they were overeating. The food was engineered to make them eat more without triggering fullness. Meanwhile, the whole food group naturally ate less, felt more satisfied, and lost weight. Same people, different food environments, completely different outcomes. And this is happening to 330 million Americans every single day inside a food system that has engineered their environment to make overconsumption the default and restraint the exception. The fourth reason is something called sedentary creep, and it is happening to you right now, even if you go to the gym every day. The average American sits for approximately 9.5 hours per day. Office jobs, car commutes, Netflix, doom scrolling, Zoom calls. Research from the American Cancer Society tracking over 100,000 adults found that people who sit for 6 or more hours per day have significantly higher mortality rates even if they exercise regularly. The gym session does not cancel out the 9 hours of sitting. Your body needs movement distributed across the entire day, not concentrated into one 45-minute block, while the remaining 23 hours are spent almost entirely stationary. In 1960, the majority of American jobs involved physical labor. Today, 70% of American jobs are sedentary. You burned more calories in 1960 just by going to work than most Americans burn in a dedicated gym session today. The fifth reason is chronic stress and sleep deprivation operating as a silent fat storage system that no amount of exercise can override. The average American sleeps 6.8 hours per night. The CDC recommends 7 to 9. When you are sleep deprived, your body produces 30% more ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and 30% less leptin, the fullness hormone. You wake up already biochemically programmed to overeat before you have made a single conscious decision about food. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which directly signals your body to store fat specifically in the abdominal region, break down muscle tissue for energy, and increase cravings for high-calorie, high-sugar foods. Americans are chronically stressed, chronically sleep-deprived, living inside a food environment engineered to exploit those exact vulnerabilities, and then being told by a $35 billion industry that the solution is a better workout. It is not. The data is clear, the mechanism is understood, and the solution is not more exercise. It is rebuilding your food environment, reducing ultra-processed food consumption, distributing movement throughout your day instead of concentrating it, prioritizing sleep, and understanding that your body is not broken. It is responding perfectly rationally to a deeply irrational environment that was built to make you fat and then sell you a gym membership to fix it.